Nestled in the foothills of the Siskiyou Mountains, along the banks of the Bear Creek, lies a place where art meets nature, where small-town charm lives alongside deep cultural roots. Welcome to Ashland, Oregon. In just a few minutes, you'll discover how this picturesque town became a magnet for creativity, outdoor adventure, and discovery, and why it might just deserve a spot on your travel bucket list. Founded in the early 1850s during the California Gold Rush era, Ashland began as a frontier outpost, a place where prospectors and pioneers paused, crossed the valley, and looked toward the mountains. Over time, that rugged edge softened, transformed into a community anchored by culture, nature, and connection. Today, Ashland blends its history with modern vitality. Walk its downtown, and you'll find restored brick buildings, artisan shops, cozy cafes, and theaters, each telling a story of a place that values craft, creativity, and authenticity. One of Ashland's greatest assets is the surrounding landscape. From Bear Creek, meandering quietly through town, to hiking trails that climb into the mountains, nature here is never far away. If you're an outdoor enthusiast, Ashland offers an appealing mix: year-round hiking, biking in summer, skiing and snowboarding in winter at the nearby Mount Ashland ski area. In the warmer months, the valley bursts with wildflowers. In the colder months, the peaks gleam with snow. It's a region that invites exploration, with a rhythm that slows you down even as you climb higher. But Ashland isn't just about nature. It's a place where culture thrives. At the center of that is the famed Oregon Shakespeare Festival, a multi-week performing arts festival that draws visitors from across the country. The festival transforms Ashland into a vibrant hub of theater, poetry, music, and storytelling. Walking around town during festival season, you'll feel the buzz. Performance posters, people discussing shows over coffee, theaters lighting up in the evening. For many, Ashland is synonymous with this cultural heartbeat. And then there's the food scene. Nestled in the fertile Rogue Valley, Ashland benefits from local produce, vineyards, and a farm-to-table ethic that locals and visitors embrace. On any given day, you'll find a farmer's market full of fresh fruit, unique cheeses, artisan breads, and a food culture that emphasizes connection with the land. The vineyards around the valley produce excellent wines. Craft beer aficionados find local breweries embracing the microbrew movement. And the restaurants reflect a culinary identity that merges heritage with creativity. No visit to Ashland would be complete without a stroll through Lithia Park, a 93-acre green gem nestled in the heart of town. With its majestic pines, duck pond, walking paths, and stunning views of Mount Ashland, the park is both a sanctuary and a stage. Whether you're catching a summer concert in the park amphitheater or simply sitting by the creek's edge with a book, this space reminds you of the simple joy of being outdoors, immersed in both calm and... You might visit for one season, but come back for another and you'll find a new story waiting. For those seeking a little adrenaline, there's plenty to be found around Ashland. From rafting and kayaking on nearby rivers to mountain biking along rugged trails, this is a playground for active travelers. The terrain may be gentle in town, but beyond the edges, it lifts you up, literally, toward expansive landscapes and panoramic views. Yet, despite all this energy and opportunity, Ashland retains an intimate scale. It feels human. You'll notice friendly greetings in cafes, dogs trotting beside their owners, bookshops filled with local authors. It's the kind of place where you can wander, discover something unexpected, and feel at home even as a visitor. Where you stay in Ashland also adds to the experience. Choose a historic inn downtown, and you'll sleep within walking distance of shops and theaters. Or opt for a quiet guest house tucked just outside town and wake to birdsong, mountain air, and perhaps the first rays of dawn over pine-topped ridges. The residents of Ashland are integral to its identity. Artists and entrepreneurs, nature lovers and theater fans, longtime locals and newcomers drawn by the surroundings. Their voices shape this place. The gallery owner, the vintner, the park ranger, the actor rehearsing for the festival. Together, they create a community rooted in both place and purpose. Importantly, Ashland also reflects an awareness of place, environmentally, socially, culturally. Efforts towards sustainability, preservation of open space, thoughtful growth, all of these show up in local policy and daily life. For travelers, that means you're visiting a town that's mindful of its future, not just living in its moment. As evening falls, Ashland transforms again. The lights of downtown shimmer, theaters beckon, restaurants fill with laughter, and above it all, a clear mountain sky offers stars unpolluted by city glow. You might catch a performance, sip a glass of Rogue Valley wine on a patio, or simply walk under ancient trees in the park with quiet around you. So, why visit Ashland? To immerse yourself in a small town that punches far above its size in creativity, culture, and character. To walk easily from downtown charm into wild nature, all within minutes. To discover a community that values story, both the stories of place and the stories of people. Here are a few practical tips to make your Ashland visit smoother. Firstly, timing. Spring through fall offer the broadest mix of outdoor access and cultural events, although winter brings its own magic, especially if you ski or snowboard. Getting there, Ashland is accessible via the I-5 corridor, with nearby regional airports and Amtrak service for those who prefer rail. Once you arrive, downtown is walkable, and for trails or vineyards, you may opt for a rental car or bike. Packing? Layers work best. Even in summer, the evenings can be cool. Comfortable walking shoes are a must, and don't forget a light jacket if you'll be out after dark or near the foothills. And lastly, bring curiosity. Let yourself wander off the beaten path, into a side street, a local gallery, a quiet trail, because some of Ashland's most memorable moments happen when you simply explore. So whether